Hello there, children. Well, that was creepy, wasn't it? All right. Today we are on Mission 3, Lesson 32. Our student objective for this lesson is to interpret and find whole number quotients and remainders to solve one-step division word problems with larger divisors of 6, 7, 8, and 9. What? Okay, it means we're solving division problems. The divisor is going to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. And they're one-step problems. One-step division word problems where our divisor 6, 7, 8, or 9. Let's take a look at one and just walk through it together. Alrighty, so let's take a look at one such type of problem. This story problem tells us there were 1,288 children signed up for the relay race. If 9 children were put on each team, how many teams were made? The remaining children served as the referees. How many children served as the referees? So it's asking for 2 things here, but we just need to do one equation to solve this problem. So if I look at this, what's my total? My total says there are 1,288 children. And then how many were put on each team? 9 were put on each team. Okay, so I have 1,288 total, and I'm dividing them into groups of 9. So what equation do I need to use to solve that? Well, I need to do, my total is 1,288, and I'm dividing it by 9. That's a horrible looking 9. There we go. 1,288 divided by 9. And now I'm just going to follow my division steps to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is divide. Now I'm going to do how many times can 9 go into 1, or 1 divided by 9? Well, 9 is bigger than 1. So in this case, I have to put a 0 here. I have to put a 0 because 9 cannot go into 1 at all because 9 is bigger than 1. Okay, so I'm just going to put a 0. I'm still going to multiply it. 9 times 0 is 0. And then I can subtract them. 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down the 2. And because my next step is bring down, I bring down that 2. And now I repeat the process. I start over. But now my new number is 12. I'm going to divide. 12 divided by 9. How many times does 9 go into 12 without going over? Well, it only goes in, get back here. It only goes in 1 time. Okay, it only goes in 1 time without going over. Okay, because 2 times would be 18, that's too high. Okay, and then I multiply. I do 1 times 9. 1 times 9 is 9. Right there. I subtract. 12 minus 9 is 3. And then I bring down. So I'm bringing down that next, which is the 8. And so now I have 38, and I'm going to repeat the process over again. So now I'm going to do 38 divided by 9. Well, how many times does 9 go into 38? Well, I know 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. Okay, I'm getting awfully close. 9 times 4 is 36. Oh, almost there. Let's see. So we're at 9 times 4 was 36. So 9 times 5, I know, is 45. Okay, that's too high. I went over. 9 times 5 was 45. So I need to jump back down to that 9 times 4. 4 times. So I put the 4 up top here. And then I multiply. 4 times 9 is 36. Now I'm going to subtract. 38 minus 36 is 2. And now I'm going to bring down. So I'm going to bring down that 8. And now I'm just going to repeat the process. I'm going to say 28 divided by 9 is what? So again, how many times does 9 go into 28 without going over? Well, again, 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. Okay, that's awfully close. And 9 times 4 was 36. So that's too high. So what was the closest I could get? It was the 3 times. 3 times. And now I'm going to say, I multiply. 3 times 9 is 27. And then I'm going to subtract them. 28 minus 27 is 1. And now I'm going to bring down, but wait, there's nothing left to bring down. So that tells me I'm done. And that 1 is my remainder. So my quotient is 143 with a remainder of 1. Now, let's look at what the question asks. Okay, it asks how many teams were made. So how many whole groups of 9, how many whole teams of 9 were made? Well, I just look at my quotient. 143 teams. Okay, and then it asks, well, how many children served as the referees? Well, how do you determine how many children served as the referees? Now, if we look back here in the equation, it says the remaining children served as the referees. So I'm looking at my remainder. How many remainders do I have? I have 1. So how many children served as the referees? 1 student was the referee. Was a ref. That poor student doesn't get to run. They get to be the referee. Maybe they wanted to be the referee. Maybe they chose to be the referee. Maybe they're like, I'm not very fast. So we won't feel too sorry for that student. Okay? So that's how we would work and solve an equation like this. Again, it's not a new skill. It's skills we already have and been working on, but we're just, again, adding another layer to it. And that's what we've been doing, right? We've been just taking things, like especially with this division, and just slowly working up, slowly getting a little more difficult, a little more challenging each time. Okay, but each time it should be getting, even though the challenge is going up, it should be getting a little easier for us because our skills are getting greater and greater and greater. And so we're just going to keep working that. Okay, I wish you well on your math journey, your math expedition here. And if you need any assistance, you may ask me or your teacher. I wish you well.